the day, my word for 2026 is consistency. So I'm looking to be consistent. Let's get straight to it. For those of you that are new this week, what I'm doing here is I'm documenting a couple of things. Number one, the fact that I probably for the last year, just like many of you, dove into AI and learning how to use AI in my business. And I got caught up like other people did, A, going down the AI rabbit hole, and then B, using it in a way that everybody else is using it, which is for the shortcut. And I'll give you a prime example right now. As of March 2026, my feeds, especially on Twitter, are littered with people giving away their prompts. Hey, if you want Claude to do this, or you want ChatGPT to do that, here's my prompt. Comment and I'll send it to you. And look, as I've learned from following up on a couple of those, is you can use AI to help you make the prompt. So it's not that everybody has something special, and it's amazing to see how many people who were talking about leadership and coaching and whatever just a couple months ago, and now they're AI experts. And I love it. I love that they're diving into AI. Let's just be aware that it's just leveling the playing field. Everyone's talking the same now. So I'm doing it on video, number one, because this is live. There is no AI me, and there's no way to edit this. And I guess there's a way to edit it, but I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to hit post and go. And just to be real, to be human. And I think in the age of machines, the more that we can come back to being human, that's the real competitive advantage. And so while I'm on that topic, let me just, how I'm foreseeing building of my businesses moving forward is, since it does level the playing field, everyone's trying to do the same. How we did business last year is not how we're going to do business in 2026. And so the AI is there not just to write better emails, but in ways to enhance the products and services that we're selling. And so I'm looking at it of bringing together at the intersection where we bring in software and AI, bringing in community, bringing in accountability, bringing in teaching and training, and bringing them all together. That's my vision. And for me, it was, gosh, I wish I had gotten on YouTube back in 2024 or whenever the heck it started, I don't remember. But for me, I'm not going to miss this opportunity. And it's not to all of a sudden become an AI expert like everybody else, but it's using it to build what I think, getting in the front wave of things. Again, I am no expert. I'm learning every single minute as it's changing every single minute. But I'm just seeing an opportunity here to combine community, accountability, teaching, coaching, training with software that can help facilitate that, to make it, to enhance the connection, enhance the community, enhance the accountability. What that looks like, I'm not really sure yet. I've got a couple projects that I'm working on right now to see where that goes. What I'm also working on is my speaking. And so I'm going to give you an update on where we're at in week number 1. And as you saw probably earlier in the week, I got my first gig booked. And then I have, I'm in a conversation right now with a pretty large organization. And we're looking at bringing me into the upcoming event. So it was a win for me. How I won for me was I reached out to a couple of my warm contacts, people I've known, my network, right? That's where we got to start. So that's where I'm focusing on right now, is on my network. I'm starting from zero. You're watching me do this from scratch. I got my CRM all set up. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining on YouTube. What's up, those of you on Facebook as well. And although Facebook, for some reason, is not working all, but that's all right. We got you all on YouTube. And so I'm starting from scratch, starting from zero, so you kind of watch how I build this. And so I got my CRM, my pipeline built out, so I spent time on that. And the other thing is I retooled my talks, and this was the biggest thing. I did use AI to help me with this, to brainstorm, So for me, I specifically use Claude to help me brainstorm ideas. And obviously, I pumped in all of my philosophy, talks I've done in the past, the language that I use, the vision that I have, and what I want to convey to an audience. And it just helped me flesh out naming my talks. Be the Torch is still my core. That is the foundation of which I build all of the talks. So whether it's on leadership, which, as you know or may not know, self-leadership is really important to me. I think that's the foundation. We got to lead ourselves before we can lead anybody else. So that's the core, what I call Be the Torch. We start from there. That's how I build leadership talks, culture talks, performance talks, where we're talking sales. And for sales-led organizations, we can focus on that. And then I brought in what I call the human flame advantage, which is this. In the age of machines, how can we lean in? Obviously, the tools are what they are. And here's what I'm believing and experiencing. And that is this disruption that AI is bringing, which is amazing. There's going to be some painful moments through it. And what it's really doing is it's exposing leaders. It's exposing people who maybe had been relying on technology, maybe relying on how things have always done. And then when you have something new, when change is here, it exposes us. What it does is it's just reflecting back. It's the mirror. It's reflecting back to us how much we've currently been investing in humans and emotional intelligence and the things that make us up human. If not very much, then yes, AI is going to come in and be extremely disruptive. But what it's going to do is it's going to expose to us where we need to do more of that. And by the way, I just realized, just before I got started, I can zoom in on YouTube. So I'm a little bit closer to you all, which is great. I like being close to you. So that's the end of week one. I am very happy with how that started. And going into week two, now that I have my pipeline set up, and what I did was I used Claude. What I did with Claude, I set it up as an app on my computer. If you haven't done this, highly recommend you do this. Get co-work, because when you do that, you get the chat, you get co-work, and you get code. And I've used the code to build 2 apps already that I had either been using already and wanted to see an enhancement to it, and another one that I'm toying with another business that I'm working on. So getting Claude on my computer was really helpful, because what I did was I used the co-work and I connected it with Apollo, and I had it go out and find about 50 leads for me, very targeted, specific as to who I was looking for. Event planners, people who are putting on events, managers, so forth. And so it went out and crawled and came back with, now, I know there's other softwares that can do this, and fantastic. I just needed it quick. Claude worked with Apollo and did it very quickly for me. I'm sure the tech folks out there are going to say there's probably something better I could have done. But hey, that was a win for me. Now, those are cold leads. I'm going to approach those a bit differently than my warm network, which is where I'm starting. But I just wanted to see if I could do that. The other thing that I toyed with was ChatGPT's Atlas, and had it go out and be very specific and target on who I'm looking for, the different events, conferences, event planners, associations that bring in speakers like me. And I'm toying with that as well to see if that could bring people in. What's up, y'all? Hey, thanks for joining. And so I'm doing my best not to go down too far rabbit holes here, because that's not going to generate any business for me. And yet I want to be on top of it. So I'm in the car, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm reading as much as I can, just so I can be on the front, early adopter to some of this. And just in a way that aligns with my industry, with my business, how I can be of service, how I can show up and speak and communicate and train, and bring a unique experience that allows for better results. I mean, that's why it's here. And doing it in a way that aligns with me and my desire for a lifestyle business. And what I mean by that is, look, I am not trying to build a billion-dollar company. It's not my desire. I got, now in my half century time on this organic rock, I don't have any desire to go out and create a billion-dollar business. And I think that in this day and age with AI, there's going to be a lot of us who want to be able to use the tools to create a life by our own design, and then we fit the business into it. It's been one of my core teachings for so long, and it's still relevant, ever more relevant today, because the tools are available. However, tools are not the strategy. The tools are there, but we've got to develop a strategy. And the strategy for me isn't, let me go out and work 80 hours a week. I have 3 beautiful kids. I have a wonderful, loving partner. I have a desire to go out and travel and adventure and hike and be active. The other thing that you're experiencing live with me, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, is my competitiveness, getting back out and competing. As a longtime athlete, I've also competed many years in masters track and field, and I'm on the road back after a long bout of challenges with my Achilles, which I still am battling. I mean, injuries are just kind of part of it at my ripe age. And so I'm working through that as well, which I'm going to document somewhere. Again, I'm just trying to be efficient with my time and be real about what I'm capable of doing. And for so many years, I got caught up in trying to edit and be Hollywood like everybody else on social media. And my big wake-up call was when I started sounding like everybody else, and it just wasn't me. That's just not my style. And doing what everyone else is doing, after that trend had already peaked, I was late to it. So I'm trying to be early to it, and I've just identified that live could be a way. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. It was just a quick 12 minutes, a quick update. Let me just recap for you. Going into next week, my goal is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right around this time. I've been coming in at around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific. So to kind of hit folks around lunchtime or afternoon on the East Coast or wherever the heck you're at. I don't know if that's the right time or not. If there's a good time that you all think is better, by all means, let me know. If not, then I will adapt to what that is. So anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all for joining. Catch you next week.